Welcome to Daily Buzz News. Colonel Wyatt has accused the Stellenbosch Municipality of entrenched systemic racism, alleging discriminatory practices in governance and service delivery. The revelations have sparked outrage and renewed calls for accountability, with community leaders demanding urgent intervention to address racial inequality in the municipality.
No, I saw it already because I know the difficulties of the disciplinary, but I'm still saying appointing a white person to correct that, because I'm going to be honest with you, the white person is part of the problem. I'm opening it up. The white person is part of the problem. That is what we have. They are able to engage with the staff. They either sit in this office here and then they don't go out. Armadates and the other people go out. They have to face it there. When the conflict comes, we have to sort of tell James that bring us in, and then we have to get some people up. So that's my problem. And I'm open and honest. I don't care what people is going to say about me, that I'm racist or whatever, but that is their problem.
One person is the problem. And here I thought the big breaking story of the day was the Kronstadt case and the economic freedom fighters. But the day is turned upside down by the revelation that Stellenbosch Municipality is likely committing systemic racism, confirming President Trump's claims of persecution against white South Africans. Now, this is a developing story that just today has already resulted in several things. First, a damning video being exposed, and then a subsequent video. The DA mayor stating that this occurred before he came to office as the party seeks to distance itself from the racist conduct of its staff. Now, of course, the Democratic Alliance has controlled Stellenbosch outright since 2011. So the mayor can try to distance himself, but the party itself cannot. The mayor says an investigation is underway. Now, was this before the video was released or in reaction to his exposure? The municipality has now claimed the clip is out of context. However, more video has emerged, which is even more damning. The HR manager in the crosshairs has already deleted his LinkedIn profile. Alexander Kahnemeyer, who has been the human resources manager for Stellenbosch Municipality since August of 2018, was caught on video appearing to express the position that skills and qualifications-based hiring was resulting in too many white people being hired, and that unqualified people should be hired instead to push for transformation. Once again, that really means black supremacy. That is a euphemism. A quick search will reveal, as I said, that Kahnemeyer has already deleted his LinkedIn profile. Now, innocent folks do not usually disappear when difficult questions arise. In the video, he indicates that unqualified people need to be hired rather than whites. He was especially critical of the notion of employing qualified technical staff, insisting that non-whites should be prioritized, this from Cape Town, etc. In fact, he went further and insisted that where hiring a white candidate was legally unavoidable, they should make their life difficult and force them to resign.
My director, I don't support what is going on currently in certain sections of the infrastructure directives. I have a concern that we also have always whites in charge still in our technical services and water services. I have a problem with that because the message we're sending out to especially internal staff is they don't have the capability and the competency. So I can unfortunately not support you, but I'm not a parent. I can only advise. But I will write that advice in a separate email to Emmett. So if she makes a decision contrary to what you guys decide, it may be that she now decided to take my advice. That's also, but I cannot support the fact that we every time appoint the best scoring candidate and it's always the white man. So we're not going to go for gender-based anymore. We're not going to go. So we work to a fashion where we either make the life difficult for the person that came in, or we, and I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we make the life difficult for the person that came in, the person that resigns, and afterwards we get what we want. And I have already told you I have a concern with certain things that is happening in that section.
Now, folks, this is not even remotely legal, and it's a clear example of systemic racism. It is a well-orchestrated and premeditated criminal act. South African Human Rights Commission, do you have time to be bothered with this? Could you possibly spend a few moments on this? Stellenbosch Executive Mayor Jeremy Foster has ordered an investigation into the leaked HR video, describing the footage as a cause for significant concern and vowing to take appropriate further action, according to Cape Town, etc. Now, that's nice, but I'm not convinced of anything in the municipality that kept the man working since 2018 has to say to us. In a statement posted on Facebook, the mayor confirmed that the incident predated his term, but acknowledged how serious the allegations are. Now, according to Cape Town, etc., this is a marked shift in the municipality's initial response, which focused on disputing the context and editing of video rather than ordering a fresh probe. Like I said, while this is encouraging, it raises plenty of questions like, how was this bigot allowed to be in such an important role, racially discriminated against minorities for so many years? Likely since he got hired in 2018, or was he just emboldened in 2023 to start this? Now, not to lay this at the mayor's feet, but he's been the mayor since late November of 2024. Why has no one brought this man's conduct to the mayor's attention until after the media exposed his racist activity? And where is the South African Human Rights Commission on this clear equality case? Has the South African Human Rights Commission been actively seeking to right wrongs, or simply serving as a launch pad for black supremacist and leftist efforts to destroy innocent South Africans? Funny how they never find these problems. People have to expose them. Additionally, Mayor Faster stated that I wish to state these events occurred early in 2023 before I became mayor. I'm currently undertaking an investigation into the matter and will issue a further statement when this is completed. Enough. However, now that the video has surfaced and the illegal racist situation has been exposed for all to see, why did Stellenbosch Municipality previously defend Kannemeyer, claiming the video was a short, edited snippet from a confidential March 2023 meeting and was being used to push a false narrative? Caught in an alley? With their pants down, are they? Now, there's been another update in this developing story late in the afternoon, about 5:30. Cape Town, etc. went to press once again and said the Stellenbosch Municipality has responded to the viral video, calling it a deliberately edited short snippet taken out of context from a confidential employment equity discussion held in March of 2023, which is kind of where they were earlier. They've just reiterated. So how is this taken out of context? In what context does an HR manager make statements that they need to make it more difficult for white employees until they resign in order to replace them with black employees? How is that taken out of context? Now, the response from Stellenbosch Municipality is yet more evidence that President Trump is correct. South Africa's racial minorities are victims of racial persecution. In this case, we also see systemic racism. This is revenge, pure and simple. The only transformation taking place here is a hatred agenda. And this is taking place all over South Africa, in the corporate sector, in the public sector, and South Africans are suffering as a consequence of this. Hiring unqualified people and getting rid of people who are qualified doesn't help anybody.
Thanks for watching.